All right, welcome back to Shankar's channel. So, if you remember last time we covered how we can, automate the EC2 provisioning along with some additional resources that we provisioned when we were creating EC2 stack. And today I'm going to cover RDS automated provisioning, wherein we'll be using few parameters and resources. And this time I will demonstrate how you can, get the outputs as well from, using that YAML script. So I'm gonna create one RDS stack, but before I do that, I would walk you through what my RDS YAML file says. So it consists of few things like we uh, discussed or we went through in our last video with what parameters and resources are. So parameters is something that you would be asking VPC private subnet 2, and the reason why I've mentioned this because I am going to use the same VPC configuration that we provisioned when we were creating the EC2 stack. So since we have still have EC2 stack running, means we already have EC2 instances in place. We have VPC, we have load balancer. So I'm gonna use the VPC and few other associated VPC components like private subnet 1, private subnet 2 for RDS automation. So it will have the network connectivity with the EC2 instance of the same RDS instance. But you can also create a set of VPC individually other than like EC2 stack. You can have another VPC created. You can use those VPC IDs and subnet IDs and use the RDS configuration to utilize those network configuration. But here I'm going to use the same. That's the reason I kept it running. Otherwise, it would have been terminated by now. Okay, so let's see what we have in place here. So we have uh, other things like master username and password, master user password. When you will be creating a stack, these are something you'll have to fill in, right? You can have your choice here. And resources are the kind of prerequisites that you should have before you go into your last resource provisioning, that is RDS TB instance. But before that, you should have one EC2 security group created for RDS instance, right? For RDS instance, you should have DB subnet group. You should have DB parameter group, and this is the MySQL 8.0.28 engine we'll be using. And if you see properties of this, it would have master username, and what it is doing, it is referencing master username with the help of parameters like we mentioned here. So other properties are the same when you provision it from the console itself. You get these properties to fill in. So likewise you have defined here, and this would help you to begin with. And it has some tags, and this tags are nothing but the key, what the RDS name is, who created it, created by admin, who, what is the project it is associated to, which environment is it, like test, prod stage. I have used test. And this is what I wanted to tell you when I was discussing easy to stack last time. So these are the outputs you can define, like the cluster, subnet group. What you would like to get here as an output, you would like to get RDS instance cluster name. You would like to get what the RDS DB subnet group name. So using this, you can define more parameters. You can add more to it, right? So you can have output of your own choice. So I'm gonna use this, and let's see what it does. I'm gonna click create stack like we did last time. I'm gonna upload this template and test RDS, hit next. It is asking me to choose RDS stack, right? RDS name, stack name, sorry. Master username, I'm gonna use anything which is like hidden, it would not show you. I'm gonna use anything here like this. I'm gonna use RDS user subnet ID I have already extracted out, if you remember I discussed. So this is the same where your EC2 instances are. So by default it should have connectivity with EC2 instance, but provided you should have the security group ports are open to to uh, to have the traffic flow in. Okay, and now I'm gonna cover VPC as well, like this. Hit next, hit next, hit submit here, and it started creating the resources. I have kept everything like this by default, no major changes. Oh, it says rollback in progress. Something failed. Let me see what is failed here. VPC. Oh, okay. I noted it down from some other stack, so I'm gonna delete this stack. See, the rollback is completed because I have used some different VPC which does not exist. I did not copy it from this stack only. It was copied earlier when I was testing it. So I am now going to delete it. Delete this stack. I'm gonna recreate it. So I'm gonna copy this VPC IDs. I'm gonna use those VPC IDs and create it. And I'm gonna pause this video for now. I'll be back once I set it up again. Okay, I'm back. So now I have copied the different VPC and subnet, which is there in our region. And I'm gonna hit next. Say next. I have kept everything as is, and I have submitted it. Let's see if it starts creating anything. Now it started creating some groups. Subnet group and parameter group is completed. RDS instance is in progress. Let's see. So it will take some time, and I'm again gonna pause this video, and we'll be back um, with next screen when we have this as create complete. Okay. All right, I'm back. Let's see, it's in progress still, and but it's doing something. So meanwhile, it is creating something. We can verify what has been created and what it is doing currently. So we'll jump on to RDS section, and let's see. We'll close this one and open RDS console. So what it has done is it is creating, I think, a DB instance. There is one DB instance here, one subnet group here, right, and one two parameters group. I'm not sure why it shows two. We'll see one by one. So this is the RDS instance. Let's see the status. It is creating, configuring enhanced monitoring, but we have it disabled, so maybe it would be disabled, right? We'll jump on to RDS indeed, but let's move on to subnet groups. It has created one subnet group. Great. Parameters group. It has created one parameters group. Okay, this is by default, so we cannot ignore it. So this is the one it has created. So it has been created using Cloudformation stack. That's the reason it says CFN stack hyphen RDS. Whatever name we chose there in while creating stack, it has added that name here, and then RDS DB parameter group, and then the ID, right? And let's move on to database again. RDS database, what it is doing, it is like backing up. So it is doing now taking the snapshot of backup configuration that we did. If let's move on to maintenance and backup, see what backup strategy we set it up. So automated backup, we set it up for 7 days, and we said we asked to copy the text to snapshot as enabled, and this is how we set it up in using our configuration file. So if you won't believe, I can go through the RDS template again. Where did we set it up? Here it is, copy text to snapshot true, performance insights, retention period is 7, right? So this is kind of, we have the setup. Okay, backup retention period is written here as 7, so it's like 7 days. And yeah, so much is it is doing. Let's go back to RDS. Let's see what is the status now. We can have multiple options. We can create read replica manually. We have too many options, right? But this is something we did using the Cloudformation template. See how useful it is. You just have one template. Whenever you would like to have a new CDS, RDS created for different clients, you can come here and choose, just do a single click. It will create a RDS for you with all the configurations that you define in your YAML script. Okay, it is still backing up. It's like taking snapshot. It has now changed to modifying. It is doing so many things, setting up whatever we define in our script. One action, you can also check what it is doing currently. So the status is enhanced monitoring disabled. It has disabled the enhanced monitoring. So what it does, it creates the REs with the default configuration. Then based on your YAML script, it changes or modifies the thing. You see that multi-AZ is yes. It would be no very soon because we don't have the multi-AZ setup in our. If you look at our script, right? Let's see what it actually does. Might be it is multi-AZ, I believe. Let's see. Okay, I won't have to look at this. I'll wait and see if it is changing. Let's see. So your RDS is available. Okay, cool. So we now have the RDS in place. You have the connectivity and security. You have the logs and events here. We don't have the CloudWatch logs alarms enabled, so we kept it like this. But whatever you did recently, it is showing up here, right? Database is created, and y- that should have the same setup. It's the VPC, it's subnet 1, subnet 2, right? Everything is there. It is the subnet group, but if you look at the VPC. All right. Thanks for watching.